Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for February 18th to March 2nd. For February 18th to 22nd, we have energy to be riding over this ridge over the northern Pacific, and this will reinforce this trough here in the west. And we have above normal heights with a southwest flow in the eastern U.S. Now, before I get into the rest of the period, I want to talk about the weather across a couple of areas across the country. First will be in the east. On the first system here, you see here, this will pass to the south. This will bring areas of snow here across the Ohio, Tennessee Valley, lower mid-Atlantic. And we go into Sunday, and you can see it's a relatively minor system, and it moves out. That's the new GFS. Here's the operational GFS. Let me go back. And this kind of suppresses it more to the south, and it's out. Here's the European. And the European is similar, and it keeps it down across the Virginia and the Carolinas. Now, the other system affecting the east, this will come later on. This is this system here. This is Sunday. We'll go back here. This is Sunday at 7 a.m. This is the new GFS. And then we'll go to Sunday 7 p.m. And you can see snow starts working into west central Pennsylvania, mixed here. And then we have rain across the lower mid-Atlantic and portions of the Ohio Valley and points south. And then we go to 10 p.m. Sunday, and snow starts moving into the rest of the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. 1 a.m. Monday, looks like it changes to rain. 4 a.m. Monday, it's raining. And then we look at the operational GFS. This 7 a.m. Monday, 7 p.m. Monday. Shows more of snow across, moving to Pennsylvania, western New York. And then we go into 1 a.m. Monday. And notice where the 540 line is, kind of covered with this line, but it's right here to through to the south of Long Island and across southern Pennsylvania. It's this dark blue line. And then we go to 7 a.m. Monday. Kind of looks like a mixed precipitation here. Here's the main low. And then we look at the European. And the models are similar on this system. So wait to see how that affects it. Now also we'll have multiple waves moving along the front in the southeast that will result in widespread rainfall across the southeast. You see here's the rain here. So we'll look at this is the GFS, the new GFS. Here's the operational GFS. We have multiple rains and storms, and then we have the European. Now also later on in the week, there'll be another system affecting portions of the east. I think you just saw that on the last couple maps. Here's Tuesday, 7 p.m. This is the new GFS. Then we go to 1 a.m. on Wednesday. Snow is moving in parts of the southern mid-Atlantic. And then we go to Monday, 4 a.m. And then we'll go to Wednesday at 7 a.m. It starts moving into southern New Jersey, southern Pennsylvania. And then we look at the operational GFS. I'm having trouble moving. Okay, we'll go to the operational GFS. And this is 1 a.m. Monday. It's still across the lower mid-Atlantic. And then we go to 7 a.m. on Wednesday. Now we have snow here across the mid-Atlantic, parts of Virginia. And then we have rain and storms here to the south. And now this is mixed precipitation, or you could say ice, moving here. And then we go to 1 p.m. on Monday, still snow. So the GFS is more of a snow producer on this system. And then we look at the European ensemble, the European model. We go to 10 p.m. Tuesday. Now we're at 1 a.m. Wednesday, 7 a.m. Wednesday. Notice where the 540 line is here, this blue line. And then we go to 1 p.m. Wednesday. Now it starts to snow, so it's a little slower. And then it has a turn into rain, where the GFS keeps it is colder and more of a snow producer, where this looks like it's less precipitation and warmer. So I have to wait and see how that goes as we get close to the event. Now, also, as the trough here in the east moves inland, snow will spread into the southwest, bring mountain snows to even parts of the Arizona mountains. And then we'll look at that. Okay, let's see if we can get to it. Okay, here's Monday. Here's the new GFS, the operational GFS, and then we have the European. Then we'll kind of jump ahead to Tuesday. Let's bring the snow here. This is the new GFS, the operational GFS, and European. Notice where the 540 line is for this. It's way down here. And then we'll go to Tuesday. Now the system moves on to the east. So we got a couple of areas to watch here. And then we'll have snow and mountain snows will return to the northwest later in the period. Okay, now we're going to go back to the overall synoptics. This will be for the 21st to the 25th. And the models don't change very much. Still have a deep trough in the west, ridge here over the northern Pacific, and we have a ridge with a southwest flow in the east. Models a good agreement. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures from the plains to the Pacific coast, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 12 degrees or more will be possible. Some areas here across the northern Rockies, northern plains might be 24 degrees below normal, and I'm calling for above normal precipitation for the southeast and lower mid-Atlantic with anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees above normal for precipitation. Calling for above normal precipitation for the west coast states, and for this region, the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%, and then we have below normal precipitation for this region here. Probability of occurrence is 35%. Now we go to the period for February 26th to March 2nd. Most of the models here are showing generally the same thing. Ridge, trough, ridge configuration. But however, some of the models are showing some weakening of, like this one. This is the European ensembles. The GFS ensembles showing some weakening of the eastern ridge. So we got to see how that develops as we get more into that period. So for this forecast, I am calling for little change in temperatures anomalies. And I'm calling for precipitation, above normal precipitation for the northwest, northern Rockies, and for this region. And the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%, and then we have below normal precipitation for the plains. Probability of occurrence is 35%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for February 18th through March 2nd. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.